to the Oven Podcast. Your table is ready. You can follow me.
We're here tonight with New York City-based social media personality, comedian, and what sounds to me like the best job around, food critic. I've heard some people call him the food authority of New York. I've heard him call a bunch of people a neck bone. It's my pleasure to introduce our boy, who really needs no introduction, Little Mo Mozzarella. How you doing?
All right, we got Little Mo here. We're at Meal Posto in Merrick, Long Island. We're about to have an awesome Italian meal. We got the wine, we got the martinis. Franco's got his vanilla Coke.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're over here. We're with the Oven. We ain't playing around. They let me order, so you know we're gonna eat good, because these kids are ordering like children. This guy got chicken fingers and French fries. I ordered everything, bro. You know me. I take everything that ain't bolted down.
He's making fun of me for the cheese ravioli already.
This guy's got cheese ravioli.
He's a
It's got the
child.
vodka sauce.
He's
so
like,
come
I'll
on.
pass on the lamb chops. Let me get a ravioli.
Well, I have heard some people call him, the food authority of New York.
I'm one of them.
So, for you to have, for us to have you here, man, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be good.
Thank you. I'm glad we're over here at Meal Post. I've been here plenty of times. I consider the owners friends. The place is delicious. They don't play around. Top-notch food. If you're in Merrick, Long Island, you're close in the area, make sure you stop by and try the food. It's delicious. How you doing?
How you doing? All right, man. So, first of all, I want to thank you for taking the trip out.
Here, sell it. What do you got over there?
I got the
Soda?
vanilla Coke, man.
He's like
Come
a
on.
kid. He's getting vanilla Coke and ravioli. How old are you, bro?
I am never gonna live it down.
I'm glad somebody fucking said it.
I've
How
been
old
doing this
are
my
you?
whole life. I'm 31.
You're 31? You're like a child.
Bro, I'm never gonna live this down. Now we have him saying it on camera.
No, he's an embarrassment.
Well, you've been saying that to him for years,
Well,
right?
No, I've been telling him he don't know how to eat.
It's all-
Dude, my God.
It's all my boys that like, you're still drinking vanilla Cokes, but now out of 22 of us, 16 of them are on it. I'm interested, man, because, it was kind of like overnight for you a little bit, right?
No, not really. Looks like that. What are you talking about? For like
so
social media?
How did it all start?
I'm a hard worker. A lot of people really confused. They just think like, there's
I
no
don't
work.
mean to pose you. I didn't mean overnight, like you just did it and then overnight it happened.
No,
it was
what
more
happened, I'm going to tell you what it is. I've always been the way I am. Charismatic. I always I'm about having a good vibe and having a good time. And I never had social media at all. And during the pandemic, I needed like an outlet for sanity like everybody else.
Yep.
And there's a little to the story. I told the story 100 times. Basically what happened was one of my friends, I'm very close friends with French Montana. He called me to do a skit for him on like March 20 something. It was like the day of the pandemic. Yeah. So I went there, and when I went to do the skit, and I was in the studio, there's like producers and all kind of people there. There were people coming in with masks on.
Okay.
And I'm like, what's going on with the mask? And they're like, you don't know about COVID? And I'm like, dude, I don't know what COVID is, Anyway, long story short, that night, people kept asking me for my social media handle, like what's your IG or whatever. I'm like, I don't have that. I don't have social media. I always call everybody Mo. It was a thing my father used to do, like, yo Mo, yo Mo, yo Mo.
Yeah, yo Mo.
So people call me Mo because I call them Mo. So then they says, make an account. So they're like, it's easy. So I just went on Instagram and I put the name Little Mo, and there's an entertainer singer named Little Mo, so it was taken.
Yep.
And somebody was like, you got to sound more Italian. Try fettuccine, try linguine. And then mozzarella was available.
Mozzarella.
So I made Little Mo Mozzarella. I actually don't love mozzarella like that. I like cooked mozzarella, but like cold mozzarella, I'm not like a guy who's going to sit there and eat cold mozzarella with tomatoes. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
So I was just sitting home, and now I got Instagram, and I'm just scrolling through it. And I came across Barstool, and I seen Portnoy doing the pizza reviews. And this is not against Portnoy, because I respect the guy. He's the man. As an Italian American from New York, when you see him, your first instinct is like, fuck this guy.
He don't know fucking pizza.
Because he's an anti-Yankee guy. He's, I thought he was Irish. He's Jewish. He's like, you start feeling like he's not an authority on pizza. Like, this is what you think, right? I'm a civilian. I'm a working guy, and I'm watching social media, and I don't know anything about social media. I don't know that, what he done. I don't know his history. I'm just like, fuck this guy. So I started making videos where I would tag them and shit. And I kind of doing I was doing COVID day 1, COVID day 2, COVID day 3. And I'm going out, going shopping. I'm making little videos. And I'm getting a buzz in the neighborhood. And basically what happened was I was like, I want to go to these spots because I thought they were going to close.
Yep.
So I made a list of the Fonties and the Fara Pizza and You know, I mean,
Which
I
is
was
so
like
cool, which is so
naming
cool.
like some Salamarie's, some bakeries, delis. So my thing at first was like bakeries, delis, and stuff like that.
Small businesses.
And I was like, let me go to them. Yeah, small businesses. So whatever the case may be, I started doing them, and then I got some traction. And I started I started getting some following. Then Barstool like DM'd me and was like, yo, we're gonna post one of your posts. And I went from like probably 3,000 followers to like 17,000 followers like overnight. So when that happened, Barstool had wrote in the caption, this guy's gonna review all New York locations. So people started messaging me, I guess thinking I work for Barstool. So I just like, hey, when you coming by? So really at first it was just like, really just sports, small business, and to eat for free. That's it. But there was cost involved because I didn't know how to edit.
Right.
I didn't know how to do any of that crap. So like people were like, oh, look at this sponge, he's eating for free. But I'm like, dude, it's costing me $200 a pop because I'm paying for this shit. Then I wanted the videos to do well, so I'm like paying people, hey, can you share this on your story? This costed me like $300-400 a video at the time to try to, and I'm paying for booze. I didn't know what I was doing, you know? So a lot of people that think like, that. I say this, and I just had a conversation with some guy online today. During the pandemic, when a lot of people were hiding, I did 200 locations in my own money. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
So you were not hiding.
But at the same time, what I'm trying to say is they didn't do that. So now you see a lot of people who are doing what I do. You can't create the atmosphere I did.
No way.
You can't create a pandemic again. You can't go out and support 200 businesses like I did. You could go in front of a deli and do a spiel similar to mine. You're not going to replicate the same thing. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? So I had to control like an environment that helped me. And I sprouted a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are more successful than me that wouldn't exist if it wasn't for me. Same reason why I took off Barstool. These guys took off me. And there's a dozen Italian creators right now saying, now you're doing it in front of restaurants and delis.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you like something really funny. I think it's funny. And I bring this up all the time. If you were in Carbone, let's say, right, and you're eating with your family, and Robert De Niro's at the table next to you eating with his family, right? And you may say, oh, I'm a Robert De Niro fan. I want to take a picture with that guy, right? It would be a discussion before you went over. He's with his family. I don't want to bother him. There'd be some class.
Yeah.
But when you're a social media guy, there's no respect. It's like, bro, this guy's on TikTok. Fuck out of here. You run over there and put you in a headlock, because you don't get that respect of being earned.
Right.
At the same time, a lot of social media people think they're bigger stars than they are. I meet people from social media all the time, like, you don't know me? I'm the guy who talks like a baby. I'm the one who wears a rag on my head and does this. Like, you know what I mean? It's very interesting what fame does to somebody's brain. Which salad is this?
Mio posto salad.
He told me I gotta try salad. Koosh said to me, cuz you gotta try salad.
Thank you.
Walnuts, cranberries.
Cranberries? What are we on diets over here, Mo?
Brought you on to eat healthy over here today.
I think I saw a rabbit outside. We can give it to them.
Tell me, am I not supposed to use this one?
No, bro, that's for the clams.
Oh, this guy, fucking first time you ate, bro?
Oh, this is everywhere we go, man. All right, so what do we got over here?
The fried calamari arrabbiata. It's fried calamari sauté.
Lamb chops with teriyaki sauce.
No, that's a wine sauce. That's not teriyaki.
Something you said that teriyaki sauce,
The
right?
skirt steak.
The skirt steak?
Stick with the teriyaki.
Wow. I'm so happy we're eating good.
Oh, man,
I
we're
tried
eating good.
Ozempic for like a month and a half.
How'd that work out?
I lost 20 pounds, but the problem is that it makes you miserable because you don't get to really enjoy food. I like to eat good. Everything I do is mood driven. If I'm in a bad mood, it's gonna fuck the videos.
You're a stress eater too?
I don't know if I'm in, but
When you're stressed out, you eat?
no.
No.
We're gonna need a bigger boat. Yeah.
Man.
You know what's funny? I'm like a foodie that never wanted to be a foodie. I'm not like a real foodie. Like I'm not gonna go eat a lizard or a fucking grasshopper. My friend Marco from Marco's World, he'll eat anything. But like I didn't want to be. So my thing is like, I'm basically like an improv guy.
Okay.
So mine is more about the comedy. The atmosphere of food just happened to be what, is marketable and what took off. But if you notice, I'll do it at a body shop. I'll do anything.
Jeweler.
It don't matter where I go. It's more about just like interacting with the people and shooting from the hip and reading the room and trying to be funny, and trying to really mine is more about the employees.
Okay.
I really get off on the employees. Like, that's really what helped me during the pandemic, because a lot of people were down, and I brought like a different energy, because a lot of times I get hired or brought to a place because the employees like me. Like the employee, maybe it's a maitre d', and he'll be to the owner, like, yo, can we get Mo here?
Yeah.
A lot of the owners are removed from social media. When you got a really successful restaurant, a lot of them don't realize they need social media. Because in their head, they can only serve as many people as they can fit.
Right.
So, what's this?
This, we got the mio posto meatballs on this side,
Wow.
and we got Henry, what's this over here? Is it clams?
A little ricotta.
Those are the baked clams oregano.
Baked clams oregano. That's what I
Wow,
thought.
this is nice.
This all.
I'm glad we're eating here,
Some
man.
breadcrumbs on top.
Franco, you want you?
Neil Posa, how you doing?
How you doing?
This guy eats like a kid.
No, he's. You're lucky.
Wow.
Fish too.
Mm-hmm. You hungry over there? Look.
No, we're gonna pass this on over
Oh,
that
wow.
way too. You like
Look,
the
what do you
you like the
think?
round ones or the squiggly ones?
Nah. I
Wow.
like the one with the tentacles.
You like the tentacles?
Yeah, you're a kid.
Oh, I
so
like
you only do the round ones. What I tell you.
We're gonna need a bigger boat on this table.
Bro, lamb chops are sick.
Amazing. I don't know, that's a wine sauce?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's a
This is
wine
sick.
sauce. Mega good. Also, too, I don't know if I said it already, but I'm a big martini guy. I said extra dirty. Blue cheese olives. Bartender killed it.
Wow, you're not lying about those lamb chops, bro.
These lamb chops are no joke, right? Mary had a little lamb. We ate them.
Before the pandemic and all that stuff. I know you started writing. You were a graffiti artist too, right?
Yeah. I used to write graffiti when I was a kid.
Which is like, so I love art like that and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I saw that you were on. What is
I
it?
wasn't like big. I got arrested 5 times for graffiti before I was 15. I sucked at it.
So you were getting.
No, I was
arrested-
like a good artist, but what I'm saying is I always got arrested for it.
Oh, so that makes you a
I
bad
wasn't.
graffiti.
Yeah, I was a big graffiti artist. Yeah.
So if you get arrested, you're a bad graffiti artist. Like you get caught.
5 times.
Yeah.
It's part of the.
I mean, I was a little kid, but I used to get arrested for it all the time. Yeah, right.
Well, you were on. They featured you on 5 Points, right?
Yeah.
So I had to look that up, and dude, that is like such a sick. And they tore that down,
I used to paint there every weekend.
and they tore the 5 Points
Yeah,
down.
me as this friend of mine, my boy Pens, he's a sick artist. We used to paint together. I'm very friendly with a lot of the bigger guys in graffiti life. They follow me and support me.
Yeah. No, that's cool, man. So,
Yeah, I was really into that as a kid growing up.
so tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Like I know you. So you dropped out of school, right?
Yes.
And went right into your dad's HVAC company.
Yep. At
So
15.
And then what? 17, you owned your own business, right?
Yeah.
Is it still the same business that you're running with today?
No.
Or?
When my father passed away, he wanted me to go back to school for engineering.
Nice.
So in my 30s, I went back to school for mechanical engineering. That landed me a job with a high-rise construction manager / developer. I built a whole department there, probably like 15 guys, and that's what I did.
All this food has been unbelievable so far. So, favorite Italian food? If you're going to a family party, what's the best plate you're looking forward to?
Well, I don't know, man. That's hard. I like simple dishes.
Okay.
I like pasta with peas or pasta, linguine with garlic and oil.
We got that coming out.
We got with clams, but I like simple stuff. I grew up like my family. The way they cook Italian food is like simple, more simple. They come from like a simple town. I'm a big sandwich guy.
Big sandwich guy?
I like heroes.
Like a deli sandwich?
Yeah, that's my thing. I think a lot of places OD now. The style is to make this big thick sandwich. I don't really like big thick sandwiches like that.
Yep.
A couple of slices. I'm good. Some good cold cuts. I'm big with that. I love B&A Pork Store. I love Anthony's Son's Panini Shop in Williamsburg. I like Leone's.
I've been to Leone's.
Dyke Heights. The Fonte's is one of my favorites.
Put that over there.
Potato and eggs. I'm
Potato and egg, huh? Potato and egg gyros?
Yeah, I'm a potato and egg guy.
That's like my dad, man.
Yeah, I like simple stuff. You gotta understand, I grew up working in a van. You know, I was an HVAC contract, so I was in a van my whole life. Me and my father went from stop to stop. So we ate on the go.
Yep.
You eat, you throw the garbage on the floor in the fucking truck. At the end of the day, you go clean it out. That's how I grew up. You know, I was a service guy. A lot of people don't realize that. You know, they're like, oh, he's not a blue collar guy. Like, I worked wrenches my whole life. You know, I had 20 years under my belt before I worked in design and engineering. You know what I mean? Like,
So you
I was
actually
a sim
put
fitter.
your time in.
I was a steam fitter. Yeah, I mean, I worked. I over 20 years.
I'm in surveying and engineering, so
What are you?
I'm in surveying and engineering, so we do the same
So
kind
you
of
spray
thing.
paint your feet.
Spray all day. Spray paint all over my boots.
I've done that before.
But
Well, let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you a real advice because I did that. I went full time with this over a year and a half, and I didn't have to go back to work. Plus, financially, it wasn't a finance issue. It was a creating content issue. If you don't go to work and you don't have that hope to get out of there for something you really want to do,
you get comfortable a little bit.
you get too comfortable. I needed to go out and be among the I just went back to work in the city with a buddy of mine's company, and now that like I'm out in the city again, like my following's starting to grow again. Like big numbers, like 25% jumps monthly.
Really, just from
And I was for last year, my numbers did not move. Because you wake up on the couch, you think on your head you're going to go out and create content, but you start getting lazy, you start just doing little content from your house, and the truth is the atmosphere affects the video. But now you typically do infused food, so would you do it here? How do you put it?
Oh, I mean, so he's got a business, NY Pop Butter, NYPB, and dude, like I said, I'm a lightweight.
You know Busy Bees?
yeah, I know Busy Bees.
It's my guy. I did a video with him.
At Busy Bees?
In town?
Yeah.
I got a whole bunch of oil he gave me and shit, you know?
Oh, dude, they have some good
He's a good
stuff
guy.
over there.
Like him, we did a promotion, but it was different. You know, his thing's a little bit different. It's organic. You know, a lot of cancer patients go there.
Well, that's
That's what it is. I'm all
That's what
for
it is.
that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with smoking weed at all. I'm not like a guy who's against smoking weed, but I understand that when you're working with brands and stuff, you got to pick and choose what you're backing.
Right.
And you got to know your audience.
Right.
I have a lot of children follow me, a lot. Like I can't tell how many 8-year-old kids come up to me and throw my punchlines at me.
Dude, how awesome is that, though?
It's awesome. Did you ever see the video I had with all the little kids doing it?
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
And that was great. But that changed the way I started doing things. Like if you'll notice, I'm not a big cursor. People, I'll say you says this, but I'm not. There's a lot of guys that.
I've been saying this since I was 8.
No, yeah, I know. I didn't invent it. But I'll tell you is you'll see people that are a lot more vulgar than me. And vulgar works, right? Vulgar works for social media.
Yeah.
If I go on right now on TikTok, you motherfucker, I crack your dad with a semolina, motherfucker. People love it. They'll eat it up. But I do take into account that I have a lot of kids following me. And I have 3 children. So, I look for the long run. I want to be like, I don't know what plans I have. I think I'm going to do something big. I think that I'm going to do something a lot bigger than I even think I'm going to do. I think, because I kind of believe I'm getting carried by a wave. I didn't necessarily set out to do exactly what I'm doing, but it's kind of working for me.
It's not kind of working, bro. It's definitely
working.
man.
I can see you in Hollywood. Man.
Yeah, I think that I put out a certain kind of aura. I've always been into that shit, and I really believe if your intentions are good and you're going to help people, I think that you'll get carried by a wave. I think it comes out of your hand.
I agree, man. And you started doing it the right way during the pandemic.
But who said it was my choice? Maybe something higher put me in that position.
Think about how many places you helped, though. Seriously.
Right, And you know what's so funny? I was thinking about this today. I was in a position where it was very hard to knock what I was doing. So we're in a pandemic. There's places that don't know if they're staying open. I'm trying to promote them. I get picked up by Fox 5, Channel 11, Access Hollywood. I do all these things. And at that time, if somebody would say, this fucking clown, this idiot, he's eating for free, they would get jumped. You know? Now people forget. People forget very easy. And now people are like, he's charging a restaurant, he's this and that. What happened to me was, after the pandemic, me and my family sat down and we were like, what are we going to do? Because you got to go back to work. So this got to stop. And I would just tell people, hey, I can't come no more. And people would say to me, how can we make it worth your while? And then I would take very little amount because I says, hey, what are you doing? That's my buddy.
Come on in, bro.
Come on, sit down. The show. Come on, the show. Sit down.
You're listening to the Oven Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
How you doing? Welcome back. I just want to let you guys know I brought my civilian friend over here, little Mo Matzo Ball. Let him know how you doing.
How you doing?
So he wants to be my manager, but I'm thinking about making him like a spin-off. He's like a Jewish version of me.
Okay.
But he just doesn't have any punchlines yet. He's working on
We'll
them.
get there.
Give him one. Shalom. Do it. Shalom.
He wants me to say shalom.
Do it.
No, I'm not doing that.
What? So you just here to eat?
I'm just here to eat. You're in my
I never
neighborhood.
see him around for negotiations.
Okay.
He's a good negotiator. But that's little Mo Matzo Ball.
I had to stop in because they're filming in my neighborhood, so I figured.
That's
Why
it.
not?
And you didn't know you were going to be on TV.
Not this TV.
Disclaimer: he's not having any infused food tonight. Just to let you know.
Yeah, my friend does infused food. He's got a mansion in Manhattan. Pizza Pusher.
Oh, yeah, the Pizza Pusher? Yeah, he makes
Yeah.
some good stuff, man.
Chris is a good dude. Yeah. I went there and I think I didn't eat infused food, but I think I accidentally ate infused food. Like a garlic knot. Like literally
Just one?
one garlic knot.
How fucked up were you?
I get fucked up. Like if I smoke weed, it's a problem. I get weird. I try to dabble just to see if I can handle it. You know?
And it never works
I'm a lightweight.
Well, that's
I'm
also-
a lightweight drinker. I'm a lightweight
So you're a cheap date?
weed guy. Yeah, it's not for me. I'm a head case. As is. So that makes me get really in my head.
For sure.
I don't know what it is. I mean,
No, that makes a lot of sense.
I guess you have to build a tolerance to it.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, nowadays it's all about, you know, like you said, jumping into it and seeing what makes you feel like feel nice, seeing what may put you over the top. It's all about
Yeah.
dosing responsibly now.
Right, those are responsible. Yeah, and I'm not good with responsible anything.
Nah, if you get him started, then it goes crazy.
Tell us a little bit more about Hesh over here. What's his name?
Hesh?
Yeah.
No, we really can't talk about what you do.
No.
You're the guy. He's the plug. He's the plug.
Oh, okay.
He's the
What
plug.
does
We
that
just
mean?
leave him as that. He's the plug.
So,
We can't embellish on it.
well, we call him the show, yeah?
But we call him the show because in college he used to be called oatmeal because he was really bland and boring.
It carries through to this day.
Right, he's a boring.
That was my pledge name when I was in,
Yeah,
Binghamton.
in alpha, beta, data, whatever hell he was in. And they did some fucked up shit to him. So when he pledged to be an alpha, data, beta, he wanted so bad to be a member that he would have did anything. So like him and 18 guys got dropped off in like a countryside somewhere, naked. And they threw.
Wait, so you guys went to school together?
No. He was in a sorority.
Fraternity.
And he did all the pleasure shit. Like, what do they call that when you do like?
The hazing?
He did all the hazing and didn't become a member.
No, let me clarify. We only
This guy eats like a child. He ordered zucchini fries and raviolis and chicken fingers. At Mio Bozo.
probably stoned.
You missed the lamb chop. The lamb chops were sick.
Oh, the lamb
no,
chops?
lamb
Oh
chops.
my god.
I want to know, do you cook at all?
No, but I'm gonna start cooking.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I feel
because
like if you
I
cook...
feel like everybody does my shit, so now I want to do their shit. So I have like a beautiful kitchen for cooking. Like I have a big range hood, and I have like a commercial kitchen hood, and like you know what I mean. So I'm like, you know what? Let me set a camera up. I'll make eggs. Is your wife
Not
gonna be
gonna
proud of you?
I don't even know what she thinks I'm doing here. I was like, I'm just walking down the block.
Are you gonna tell her that you're gonna be on TV? You may go viral.
Yeah, what the hell? I don't
Hit
care.
him with a shalom. Nobody gets hit with a yarmulke.
I'm still working on the tagline. I don't know if that's gonna be it.
Shalom.
I like the shalom, though. Nah, you got
Shalom is nice. What's another greeting?
shalom
Like,
flow.
what's like a Jewish greeting?
L'chaim.
No, that's if you drink. L'chaim.
Hey,
What would you call me before, Hesh?
Hesh?
I called him Hesh before.
Hesh is a great name for you, bro.
So let's get deep. You broke your family. You know, nowadays everyone thinks like, you know, success and family can't all come together. So how do you balance everything you built with your social media, your presence in the community, you know, all over social media, and a family, and being a dad?
It's hard. Definitely hard. It definitely affects the children.
Really?
Yeah, because, well, you have to have a very supportive partner. You know, my wife is like super supportive. So
I
she
can see that
backs
right away. As soon
yeah.
as I met you, you walked in with your kids, your wife.
Yeah.
You were at no meeting.
Well, I'm a family. I'm very old-fashioned in the sense of family. You know, I was raised like, to me, it's, in my head, I'm doing this for them. You know, I'm trying to build something for them. It's not in vain. I'll tell you right now, a lot of people do social media for vain reasons. They want to be popular. I can say 9 out of 10 people I interact with in social media, that's what they're doing. Maybe every 2 out of 10 people are doing it to make money, to monetize. I can say one thing with me is I like to be popular, I like to be center of attention, but I knew right away that I had to monetize or I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I had that crossroad. Are you going to do it or you're not going to do it? And I said to myself, all right, maybe I'll pay my car payment. Then I was like, all right, maybe I'll pay my mortgage. Then it paid my mortgage and my car payment. And then it was like, all right, maybe I can build something bigger. Maybe I can make a real brand out of this. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. But I would say that one thing I don't do is I don't use social media for things that a lot of people would do that are tempting.
Okay. Well,
I'm not on there, you know, to meet people and hang out with people I don't know and get fucked up with them or to pick up girls. Like, I don't do that. Like, my thing is like business. And I have friends that be like, hey, you know, you can do this. That's not what I do. I keep myself very business oriented. If you message me and it's about some nonsense, I won't answer you. If you message me and it's about business, I answer you. If you message me and say, hey, I love your stuff, I'll give it a heart and tell you thank you. But I'm not like really, I look at it as a business.
well, I mean, and you just, like you said, you just came into like your own social media platform, what, 2 years ago now?
It's almost 3 years
Almost
now.
3 years?
Yeah.
I mean, that like, you know so much about it now, coming from someone who didn't even use it, like when you first started. You know, people are asking you for your Instagram handle, and you're like,
Yeah,
shit,
a lot
I
of
don't even
people
have
ask me for my advice on it.
So I see him day to day, right? Like he does work, but you know, we go out on. He does work. He's doing a good job, but like when we go out, he films his videos during the day. It's pretty interesting to see. But like just hearing what Mo has to say, like I do feel like he's taking it very seriously. Like, you know, you're trying to do things that help your brand, that help, you know, the awareness.
I understand, like, you know, you like I just recently made partners on a brand I told you guys. It's called Trio, and it's a juice, all natural juice drink. I guess you could consider it like an environmental.
I thought he said Jewish for a second.
No, but I'm saying
always goes that
direction. I got some really. I'm blessed to have very good mentors in my life, and I have a lot of mentors that see value in what I'm doing, and some people have told me, hey, look, you know, this is what you need to do, and I've listened. So now I'm just like partnering with brands, and I understand. Look, when you understand social media, you understand product placement.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Right. So we're doing Pana a favor right now, but you're just not getting paid for it. You get what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So what
He's
I'm
trying
saying,
to get for Angelico.
I'm just trying to say, so you're helping them without realizing it. So now what I'm saying is if I own Aquapana, hey, we're showing it to the video, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's really about lining yourself up with brands. And then once you realize that large brands are paying you to do this, you're like, wow, I need to have my own brand.
Yeah.
So I'm talking my own product. So I really dove into learning that business, co-packing and white labeling and everything.
Yep.
And now it's only been about 7 months and I have 2 products launching. I have 2 products. One I'm not going to mention because the ink's not dry, but the Trio is locked in, and that's a juice drink I'm going to be doing.
Well, Trio's out already, isn't it?
Trio's been out. They're carried by Pepsi, and we have some really interesting partners, and it's going to be great. I can't wait. It's actually What I can tell you is it's one of the best mixers I've ever had.
Really?
Like to mix with vodka or tequila, it's delicious. So they have their typical, like kiwi strawberry and all that stuff, and now they have like they start doing like a pina colada and stuff, and it's delicious. It's great mixes. I always look at stuff to mix with my drink, and it's a great mixer. So I have some really cool launches we're gonna do in some nightclubs and stuff like that. Yeah.
What's your go-to drink?
I like martinis. I go right to the chase. I mean, I'm not a big drinker. I used to like whiskey. Like I was like a Macallan guy. And then Scotch. Then in the pandemic, I started drinking a lot of tequila.
Everybody's on tequila now.
And martinis, I go out a lot to eat, and I just I don't enjoy drinking, but I want the buzz a little bit. So I think martinis just like right to the chase. You know what I mean? It's
they're pretty strong.
They're strong.
And,
I mean,
he doesn't get his dirty. I get mine extra dirty. You're just straight. What is?
I don't know. I do feel a little drunk. We might have to end this thing soon. We got Sunday sauce. We got linguine with clam sauce. That's probably chicken palm or something.
Veal Frankie.
Veal Frankie? What's that?
It's similar to the Veal Parmesan, but the sauce is this.
Nice. Then we got like a child's dish. We got the ravioli with the vodka sauce. We got a shrimp, what is that?
Shrimp scampi.
Shrimp scampi?
Shrimp scampi. And then we got a skirt steak. How you doing? I want to start my own shit.
In what regard?
Yeah,
Like
what
some
kind
kind of secret shit like that.
You're already in it. You got the TikTok crew.
Nah, they don't got what it takes. They'll fold.
He's been sizing them up from day one.
No, he's like the leader. You got to see these guys.
I'm not the leader.
No, you're the leader.
We made Cruz the leader because he's more popular. I'm second in command. Porky, we're making Porky something even though he sucks. Even though he's not popular, he's good because he'll take
All I
it
know
forward.
is I see Kuj. He's like sitting there. He's just like shaking his head.
Kuj is the boss.
Are you checking with him before you do stuff?
So, he's the boss.
Did you have to check with him before you came here tonight?
No, but he knows where I am at all times. I know where
3
he
times
is.
a day calls this guy. He's like, this is what I'm doing today. Like, so maybe you're not the boss.
I don't.
He said he was number 2.
I don't know.
You don't listen.
But then in private, he tells me he's the leader.
You're like you're like a Maya character. You know, like you're the guy who's in Florida. You're like Hyman Roth. You know?
I don't see it.
We respect you, but we don't trust you.
Kind of looks like that guy from Wolf of Wall Street a little bit.
Which one?
I don't even know which
who?
one he is. I don't know. I forgot his name.
Oh, the fat sidekick.
Jonah Hill?
Can I tell you something? Dogs, when you fuck with a dog, it's next level hatred, bro.
Yeah?
I did a video of me talking bad about a dog. So, like, my friend had a dog that, like, if you wanted to go out and you get dressed, it's going to attack you and put air all over you. We were going out to a club, and his dog ran up on me and fucking got his hair all over me. I was like, this fucking mutt. So I called the ASPCA on this motherfucker. I did a video. When I tell you, for weeks, I got tortured by every advocacy you could think of. You talk to a dog like that, you should die. They'll go more crazy over a person than a child.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Dogs.
took the video down?
Yeah, I had to.
How often do you take a video down?
I maybe took down like 6 in my life.
Now he's getting smart. Before he posted, he's like, all right, well, maybe there's a brain
Well, I
damage.
think that the level of, the way you test the video is like you TikTok it. You know?
Okay.
You put it on TikTok because TikTok doesn't give you instant reaction.
Yeah.
And you can see if it's worth keeping up or not.
Gotcha.
So like if a video, I won't post, so other than like a hired gig, I won't post a video on Instagram unless it's already proven on TikTok. So I put it on TikTok and it's got, a good amount of views.
Is it the same followers that you have?
No. I mean,
I'm sure it's some of the same, but
yeah. But you put it on TikTok is like a testing ground.
Interesting.
So you see the reaction on TikTok and then you'll decide to put it on other platforms.
Okay.
Yeah. Because TikTok very instant. The algorithm of TikTok is very easy.
TikTok's also very strict too, right? With like what they like fly, because we heard like
I
anything
get a lot of little violations for dumb shit. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the steak is unbelievable. Honestly, this shrimp scampi is one of a kind.
Yeah, it's good. Foodie is delicious.
Yeah, you want to try this?
Dim sum, this little
Didn't make
sponge.
it to this side of the table.
By the way, I'm taking sponge from you. I'm taking sponge home with me. That's gonna be.
I call them sponge.
We call our boys birds, but when I use sponge for the first time tomorrow, it's gonna be a fucking.
I don't use it a lot in my videos, but I'm gonna use it.
What's a sponge?
It's sponges like someone who just like sponges, like you.
What I do?
Like you knew there was food here. You're like, I'll be right back.
Yeah, he's like, honey, I'm going to walk the dog.
For you to actually get up and come here, your level of sponging is next level. You were like, you knew you were getting a free meal or no?
I'm telling you, when you told me to do a podcast, I didn't quite understand why it was at this restaurant, but
Yeah.
I envisioned something very different. I figured there was some food, but
So out of the, you said you probably visited 300 restaurants
During the pandemic?
during the pandemic.
Maybe about 250.
250. So now, now at this point, you got to be close to 900,000 restaurants you've been to?
900,000.
900 or 1,000?
Oh,
I'm probably at like 800.
Do you think you can give us like a top 3 out of that?
I don't even know, man.
Other than Mio Posto.
Yeah, other than Mio.
Do I then give you a top 3? No. I get asked this all the time.
Yeah.
I really can't. I have so many places that I could tell you things that it's weird. I'm a weird person. I have no recollection of my childhood. So I'm going to give you, I'm a weird person. I remember things with feelings. So like if you upset me when I was a kid, I'll remember it.
Okay.
But I couldn't tell you any of my teachers' names.
Really?
I don't know. I have that type of memory. So what I'll tell you is I've had feelings from restaurants that I can't forget.
Okay.
Hospitality or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I love, like, I'm going to tell you this much. I will say this much. And I really mean this. My favorite place to eat is Poppy Steaks in Miami.
Okay.
I love Poppy. I love Grubman. They're just great guys. I love the company. I love the atmosphere. I love the hospitality. I love the food. I just love everything about Miami. I'm a big Miami guy.
Me too.
In New York,
what was that place we went to?
I don't remember.
Lavo?
Right. I love.
In the city?
I love. I do visit a lot of the Tao restaurants.
Place was great.
That place was great. Lavo's great, and I love the Tao group too. I like hospitality group.
Yeah.
Restaurants. A lot of people don't. A lot of people just like, like real like. I do like old-fashioned Italian spots. Like there's a place. My friend owns a place called Cafe Spaghetti in Brooklyn that I love.
Cafe Spaghetti?
Yeah,
I like that.
It's excellent. Top-notch Italian food. Everybody's gonna ask about pizza, right? Because everybody cares about pizza. I don't, but everybody else does in America for some reason. I love Lucali's. I think Lucali's is top-notch. For a regular slice place, I love Luigi's in Park Slope. I also, for Sicilian slice, I love Da Vinci's on 18th Avenue. These are the places I'm just coming off my head.
I like that you remember like the slices from the place. too.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of things. And like I said, sandwich-wise, I do love Anthony Panini's shop in Williamsburg on Graham Avenue. Everything they make is excellent.
Okay.
I love the Fonties for like a morning thing. Potato and eggs, I love potato and eggs. Peppers and eggs, I love. Leone's is great, B&A pork store in Dyker Heights.
This guy's gonna go all day.
I've been to so many places,
Yeah,
so
that's why I asked.
I'm trying to go off my head. But my favorite places to go, and I do love Carbone. I don't want to leave Carbone out. Carbone's a go-to for me. But I'm close with the people there.
Mm-hmm.
They always treat me like family. I always get a reservation. I sit in a nice cushy spot.
Little booth.
I like the cheers mentality. I like to go to places where everybody knows my name.
Yeah, no, I feel
That's
it,
my
man.
mentality. So I'm a big atmosphere guy. I think that's why I love Miami, because it's just really active. I like that type of scene, where it's like drinks and good food and good music and good people and everybody's in a good mood.
Yeah, everyone's there for the same thing.
Because you could go to a place that's really popular and the mood is bad. And I'm going to give you a scenario. This is why I'm going to give respect to like a Poppy Steaks and Grubman and what David Aaron do at Poppy Steak. So you go to a place that's really hard to get into, right? And you can leave there feeling it was bougie. And the first thing you say to yourself is, it's not as good as everybody says it is. Because you're upset by you waited too long for food, it took you 6 months to get reservations. When you go to like a Tao spot, like Noah runs, or like a Poppy, right? Because it's hospitality based, you're never leaving with that. You're never going to leave and say, oh, I waited too long, whatever. You're going to feel good about your experience.
Yep.
And you're going to enjoy the food. And I mean, I've heard people say, everybody says something to say, right, about other places. Maybe it was too expensive, whatever it is. But what I'll tell you is to me, it's the overall experience. It's the hospitality, it's the way,
I agree.
The way you were treated, the vibe, and the food. The food is the food. I've been to probably 500 Italian restaurants in 3 years. The menu is 85% the same in every one of them.
Yep.
Usually there's a trendsetter, like maybe you have a carbone with a spicy rigatoni, and then 55 restaurants do spicy rigatoni. They make a pappardelle. Pappardelle is what it is. It's always the same dish because there's a trendsetter and then there's a follower, right? And that's what it is. But what I'll say is the places that I like are like that. Deli-wise, panini shop in Brooklyn, stuff like that. You're gonna go there, you're gonna see characters, you're gonna interact with the workers, you're gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I think I named my favorite places.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, nowadays it's all about the experience too.
Yeah.
People
I do love Rayo's too. Like I do love Rayo's. I don't leave them out. Rayo's is difficult to get in. I love the atmosphere, and a lot of people will throw shade at them because they can't get in. Ain't that good? I personally do like it. I think it's excellent.
Well, people love exclusive shit.
Well, no, but you have people that love exclusive shit, and then you have people that love to say exclusive shit ain't good.
Yeah.
Because they're never going back there. That's the people that go there twice. They're gonna go, it's not that good.
Yeah.
The people like that can go there at will. You know what I mean?
They love it.
You get people like that. Some people think it's cool to say a place sucks. I don't ever talk about places that suck. I never say places bad.
I've said this before too. Like, I only leave good reviews. If you're bad, I'm not.
I just leave it out.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it.
I think my thing is I have this like DL thing I do if I have an espresso in my video. That means I enjoyed it. And people who follow me know. And that's my thing. So like if I have the espresso, I enjoyed it. If I don't have the espresso, I'm looking to get out of it.
Okay.
That's on Italian restaurant.
I like that. No,
So
I
that's like
that.
a little DL thing I do, and people that follow me know. So that's
Now everybody knows.
Well, fuck. Well, I mean,
So, I mean, I know we're not talking bad about any restaurants, but would you eat in Olive Garden?
I think I might have eaten there when I was a little kid once. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be my
I feel like that's the
go-to.
Italian question, man. I get that all the time. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not big with
I
it.
don't know why. Like,
I mean,
Yeah, but you'll eat anything. I go to eat with you at lunch. You eat horrible.
I'm on a diet right now.
You eat like the worst shit.
Bro, my first Passover with my Jewish friend,
Look,
I
Jewish has
didn't know what to
nothing
do with the gefilte fish. I couldn't do it.
the gefilte fish? I didn't know it was a real thing.
What is it, gefilte?
Yeah, what's up with gefilte
I
fish?
have no idea. I never
That's
had
from,
it.
that's from It's fucking win, baby.
You're listening to the Oven Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
And we're back. We're back in action. We're drinking martinis like they're going out of style. We got espresso, so you know it was good. We got this big thing over here. I don't know what it is. We got Italian cheesecake. If this guy next to me don't stop stealing my thunder, there's about to be major problems.
Italian cheesecake, tiramisu, and Napoleon.
You said it wrong.
Wait.
It's tiramisu. What do you want to do?
Oh, my
Say it
bad.
like that.
So for the Jewish guy, what is Italian cheesecake? Because I never
It's
heard of
uncircumcised.
I never heard of that. Is it regular cheesecake?
It's uncircumcised cheesecake. Yeah, I think it's never
That's kind
been
of
touched.
disgusting.
Do not call my friend's place disgusting. It'll be a major problem. Oh, you heard what he said?
Sambuca or Frangelico?
Simbuca.
Latte or cappuccino?
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino.
Is it sauce or is it gravy?
I say both. I don't care about that Italian shit. It depends. If there's meat in it, you could call it a gravy and I'm fine with it.
That was like a very serious answer. That was-
Well, it is because Italians pick apart everything I do.
I feel like you've
I
been
wanted to be very clear.
I'm just saying that, like, to me,
Because they typically would say sauce. So I want to say gravy. Italians like to break my chops, so I'm going at them.
Best Rocky movie. I know you're a big Sylvester Stallone fan.
Rocky 1, I'll
That's
cry.
it.
Start
That's
crying.
it. Good.
I cry. I just watched 2 nights ago. Cry.
So
Cry every Rocky movie.
is that Sylvester's best movie?
Rocky's the best. Take it to the zoo. I like when he says, hey, you get the license plate number of what? The truck that run over your face. Buddy?
Oh man.
You
Do you watch The Sopranos?
Never.
See, I love that. I love that.
I watched like 3 episodes. My father loved The Sopranos. So we were going to do like a Soprano night thing.
Yeah.
I watched it like 3 times before he kicked me out. And I was in the streets. I never really sat and watched it.
My dad actually, I watched a lot of movies,
didn't like
a
it?
lot of shows. He hates it, man. He's
like
not
it?
a big fan. He's old school Italian.
He's
too,
old school
bro.
Italian. I'm going to tell you what it was for me. It wasn't that, they make Italians look bad. I was like, I didn't realize people from Jersey were like that. So in my head, I was like, fuck out of here, Jersey. You know, I was more of like a New York versus Jersey thing.
Yeah.
So, but I was a little kid when it came out. I would love to watch it now. I mean, everybody says it's great. I gotta like binge watch it, but I haven't. Yeah.
One song you need to know Life or Death, all the lyrics right now. What song you go with?
Oh, I don't know. I like 21 Savage.
You like 21 Savage? All right. I was not expecting that.
I like 21 Savage. I like it says Chuck E. Cheese. Rat. We get rodents. Whack. I like it. I don't know my top song. I like. It depends what mood I'm in.
Okay.
I like 80s music. I love Sinatra. I like listening to Sinatra.
Okay.
What's the puff?
But I like. You can't talk when I'm talking.
But I'm intrigued by.
But the mic, she's got to do the audio. You have to talk.
It's my first time.
I know.
He's new.
I'm teaching you.
Can I go on for that real quick?
I'll shut up. You're only doing questions with me.
Crispy, yeah.
Yeah, we want some of your answers too if you want to jump in.
This is gonna be weird.
We don't want it.
Go.
I'm just.
You gotta get your following up. Right now, you're holding my
We
weight.
got 12 people.
Yeah, you got it.
Best place to get a tracksuit. I'm actually surprised you're not in a tracksuit. I know it was a little hot before, but
Because I was in the city. I'm always in Trenton. Well, I don't go shop. There used to be a place on Myrtle Avenue that was like old school. Knickerbocker has tracksuits, but like Knickerbocker and like Myrtle or like Bushwick, Ridgewood. Shut up while I'm answering.
Oh, I tasted the puff thing. It's fucking delicious.
All right.
That's the Napoleon,
It's gonna be great for
yeah,
comedy.
that's the
what
Napoleon
the-
cake.
He got some shirt on. Is that silk?
No, feels like it though.
Nice. So, Sergio,
I was gonna be in a tracksuit today. I'm a big tracksuit.
I like tracksuits too. So, there's in Bushwick, Ridgewood.
Did you see my text about the tracksuit?
This guy don't shut up.
You're really only here for like, because we felt bad. You're not supposed to really talk. Shut the fuck up. All right? No one even knows who you are.
Just enjoy your puff over there.
You're wearing the wire outside your shirt like a real Mama Luke. I mean, this guy's like an agent. Look at him. Where were you the night of the murder?
What murder?
What murder?
All right, this is a question that we ask everybody that comes on, or we started to at least. I'll wait for that door.
Pants Pantry. Pants Pantry is where we used to go, but I think it's closed down.
What's it called? Pants Pantry?
Pants Pantry.
Oh, Pants Pantry. Oh, for the tracksuit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, one historical figure, dead or alive, that you could sit down to dinner with and ask any question they got to answer.
Genghis fucking Khan.
Yeah? Why?
I don't know, because he's a nut. I like to just fucking see what he got to say, you know?
Okay, I like that.
Didn't he fuck like thousands of women?
I don't know what he did, but I know he was serious, dude.
Who-
No, I'll cut him out. I definitely want to sit with like a Roman guy. Like Julius Caesar or something, like Marcus Aurelius.
Okay. I was not.
And I just wanted to like talk with my hands with him, you know?
Was that a thing back then?
I don't know, but I would make it a thing. Marcus Aurelius.
No,
I just
No,
looked
it's
at
good.
Marcus Aurelius and like, did you just step on my foot? Because I'll tell you right now, there's about to be major problems. Alexander the Great,
You're just naming like.
Aristotle. Aristotle was a serious guy.
Just naming shit. He doesn't even know what he's talking
Well, those are Greeks now.
I'd like to go to
He's going all over the
Aristotle.
place.
I'd like to walk up to Aristotle like this and go, what hand is the marble in? Who else we got?
I don't even know what the fuck that means, but I love it.
I mean, like, let's see how smart he is.
Oh my god.
What else?
My last one, man. Are we actually running for mayor?
You know something? I think it's a smart idea. I mean, I don't think I'll win, but I think that it'd be like pretty good publicity. I'd be funny. I'd actually have voters, I think.
Bro, you would have a serious. I think you'd have.
The
a
problem
serious-
is they're gonna pull up a lot of shit in my past. You gotta be ready for that shit.
ready.
No, help yourself.
That's your water bottle.
I mean, look what happened. I feel like Trump started as a joke and he ended up president. You could fucking be mayor.
No, but you know what? I gotta say, he's at work, very, very smart. This guy is no joke, knows what he's doing.
Thank you. How many drinks did you have? Because you're doing that, you're at that like compliment stage where you feel the need to like give me my flowers. I'll take it, but I know it's a drunk thing.
He's trying to take you home.
Would
He
you
already invited
allow
us.
me to write an HVAC scope sheet?
Never.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But I respect what you've done. It's good.
What else we got?
That's it on my end, man. I think it's time for that oven question.
Before we do that, I just want to say thanks again for joining us on another episode. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Most importantly, subscribe, like.
Push that button before I give you a headache 2,000 on can't fix.
Let's bring out the oven.
Yeah, just make a fucking mess, bro.
Oh shit!
It's gonna get weird, right?
Well, I mean, you know.
It could get a little weird. It's
We'll see.
it's really all just
Right
like shit
there?
that comes out of his
Put it
head.
right here. We'll put it right here. It's fucking.
I didn't believe you. You had such a small oven.
Yeah, so it's just really ridiculous questions out of a ridiculously small oven. Some are spicy, some are fucking dumb as fuck. You know, you never know what's gonna come out. But we'll grab one.
Would you date a girl who lives with her ex-husband? No shot.
No fucking chance.
That's weird.
I was working with some guy and
I know some. I can tell you a story. I know a guy who lived with a girl who had a sheet up with his ex. Like
Got a sheet up?
his ex-girl. They lived together when they were together, and then the girl moved in her ex, and he couldn't move out because he couldn't afford to. So they put a curtain up, and he has to go to sleep, listen to the girl moan.
Oh no, that's a fucking nightmare.
no
Yeah,
This one.
someone very close to me. Can't say who it is.
no way.
This one says, "Would you use the same towel as Kujin after he took a shower?"
Does it really say that?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
What does it say?
No, it was just a random one.
Would you select Hesh as your manager after he didn't shut the fuck up on the podcast? Never. Hesh, you're a good kid.
I tried. Try my best.
Shot. Thank you, boys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Let me run up in this
Let me just
fucking
give a
camera.
shout out.
Nobody move. Nobody gets hurt.
You're listening to the Oven Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
We want to thank the crew over at Mio Posto and Merrick for absolutely stacking the table with some of our favorite Italian food on the island. Whenever you're in the mood for Italian, this is the spot you should head to. Make sure you check out our YouTube page, click the subscribe button, and come back next time because there's always an open seat for you at the oven.